Good afternoon, everyone. This is Andrew Lofters with the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board, and we are convening a meeting of the LTAC, the Learning Technology Advisory Committee, for the consideration of several doctoral distance ed proposals. I would like to first introduce the members of the coordinating board that are here with me in Austin.
Good afternoon. I'm Stacy Silverman, Deputy Assistant Commissioner for Academic Quality and Workforce here at the Coordinating Board.
I'm Jessica Acton, Program Director of Academic Quality at the Coordinating Board.
Hello, I'm Jennifer Nalos, Program Director in Academic Quality and Workforce.
As we start to introduce the members of the LTAC committee, I would like to tell all the participants to please, when you're not talking during the meeting, please keep your phones on mute so that we don't have any background information or background noise when we're trying to discuss the topics. Let us go ahead and introduce the members of the LTAC, starting with Dr. Dodon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Michelle Dodon. I'm the Assistant Vice President for Teaching and Learning for Texas A&M University, Kingsville.
And I think maybe I should do it this way better, just so that we have a organized. Let me go through the roll to find out all that are here, and you can introduce yourselves as I call your name.
That would work.
That would work. George Ashmore, are you available? George. Dina Coots.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dina Coots. I'm the Director of Distance Education and Instructional Design at Alvin Community College. Glad to meet with you all today.
Hello, Dina. Josh Book.
Hello, this is Josh Book. I'm Assistant Director of Distance and Extended Learning at Texas State University. Good to be with everyone.
Thank you. Oneida Burgess. Jimmy Bird.
I'm Jimmy Bird, Executive Dean at Glenn College.
Ken Craver. Vicki Freeman. Francisco Garcia.
Good afternoon, Francisco Garcia. I'm the Director for the Center for Online Learning and Teaching Technology, University of Texas Rio Grande Valley.
Thank you. Mark Garcia.
I'm Mark Garcia. I'm the Dean of Strategic Initiatives at Collin College.
Janet Camps.
Janet Camps, Coordinator, Distance Education at Stephen F. Austin State University.
Thank you. Stephen Levy. Justin Lauder. Sharita Love.
Hello, everyone. This is Sharita Love. I'm the Director for the Center for Academic Innovation at Texas A&M University, San Antonio.
Jordan Meneghetti. Jacqueline Mock.
Jacqueline Mock, Vice President for Academic Faculty and Student Affairs, UT Health San Antonio.
Carlos Morales. Pam Morgan.
Pam Morgan, Director of Academic Outreach and Distance Education, Midwestern State University.
Thank you. Linda Murphy.
I'm Linda Murphy. I'm the Director of Teaching and Learning with Technology at Texas Women's University.
Thank you. Ana Pena. Marcela Ramirez.
Hi, everyone. This is Marcela Ramirez, Director of Online Learning at the University of Texas of San Antonio.
Thank you. William Stowe.
Hello, everyone. This is William, and I am the Distance Learning Activity Director at Kilgore College.
Lydia Tana. And Alicia Wyatt.
This is Alicia Wyatt. I'm the Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs, McMurray University.
Thank you very much. And for the institutions, for West Texas A&M, do you have any representatives that would like to be introduced?
Yes, sir. I'm Eddie Henderson. I'm Dean of the College of Education and Social Sciences, and I have several people with me this afternoon. Let me begin with our Provost, Dr. Wade Schaefer, the Department Head of the Department of Education, Dr. Ray Barbosa, the Associate Dean of the College of Education, Dr. Judy Williams, the Director of Strategic Initiatives for the college, Dr. Janet Heineman, a senior faculty member in the program proposed, Dr. Gary Bigham, and I believe on the line is Dr. Joanne Klinker, who is the director of the program, the proposed program. Let me introduce Ms. Laura Hassel, who's the manager of Instructional Technology Services, and she will introduce her team.
Yes, with me I have two instructional consultants, Krista Favela, Dale McCurdy. I also have Charlie Marsh, who is our Blackboard system administrator and a database administrator, and Anson Henthorn, who is a system analyst.
That's our West Texas A&M team.
And I believe you have system representation.
Maybe on the line.
Yes, this is Irma Harper. I'm the Associate Vice Chancellor of Academic Affairs, and with me I have Michelle Skinner, who's our Coordinator of Education Initiatives at the A&M system.
Next is UT Health Science Center, Houston. Representation on the phone?
Hi, good afternoon. This is Susan Fenton. I'm the Associate Dean for Academic Affairs at the UT School of Biomedical Informatics in Houston. And I have with me in the room Emin Salamir, who is our Director of Educational Technology.
Thank you. And Sam Houston State University.
Yes, Sam Houston's here. I'm Summer Franklin, Academic Planning and Assessment Associate Vice President, and we have a team, and I'll let them introduce themselves.
Dana White, President at Sam Houston.
Charles Henley, Dean of the proposed College of Osteopathic Medicine.
Stephen McKernan, Associate Dean for Clinical Affairs, proposed College of Osteopathic Medicine.
Olivera Nasic Taylor, Associate Dean for Biomedical Sciences. Claire Collins, Assistant to the Dean. Heather Timmerman, Vice President for Enrollment Management.
Mark Adams, Vice President for Information Technology.
Courtney West, the Assistant Dean for Academic Affairs at the proposed College of Osteopathic Medicine.
And that's the Sam Houston team.
Thank you very much. Once again, this is going to be recorded so that people will be able to see it in the field, and it's also being webcast. And once again, as you're speaking, please keep your, until you speak, please keep your phone on mute until you want to join the conversation. And when you do speak, please state your name before making your statement so that we can have a record of the statements being made. With that, Dr. Dodon, I please leave it over to your hands.
Okay, and just for the record, I want to make sure that we did establish quorum with our attendance rolls, just verification from the coordinating board at this time. Is that correct?
Quorum has been met, and we are ready to go. We have more than enough for quorum.
Excellent. Okay, just wanted that, make sure that was on the record so that we can get this call on going. So I do appreciate everyone taking time out of your schedules. We understand this was not a regularly scheduled meeting, but we do appreciate all of you getting out here to address these really important proposals that we look forward to. So just for clarification purposes and everyone on the call, we do have a subcommittee with the LTAC that is charged with reviewing doctoral proposals that are going to be brought to the group as a whole. So conversations have already gone on, multiple correspondence back and forth between the committee and the universities that are here with us today. So without further ado, I'd like to ask Dr. Mock to give us a little bit of insight as we begin to discuss the West Texas A&M University's proposed distance education delivery of a Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership program.
Thank you, Dr. Duran. I appreciate the opportunity to be the chair of this subcommittee. As you mentioned, this is a proposal from West Texas A&M University for an EDD in educational leadership. The program, as we reviewed the proposal submitted by the university, is a cohort-designed model leveraging existing graduate programs at the master's degree level and post-baccalaureate level. So there is faculty already assembled to be able to provide delivery of this cohort program. It is a blended model that will incorporate both face-to-face interactions during a limited time span, as well as online delivery of the courses. There were some questions that the committee had about student authentication, which I am sure the university would address for us in this committee discussion. So if I may, Dr. Duran and Dr. Lawfers, turn this over to Provost Schaefer and Dean Henderson to offer comments on behalf of the university.
That would be great. Dr. Henderson?
Thank you for the opportunity to meet with you this afternoon. We're delighted to share our proposed program. Jennifer Nilos had suggested that I make a brief introductory statement. If that's agreeable, I will do that. And then I will ask Ms. Hossel to address the authentication question. As you have stated, the proposed program has an early childhood through grade 12 leadership emphasis and a very unique rural focus. WT is a regional university situated in Education Service Center Region 16, which is the top 26 counties of Texas. 73% of the school districts in Region 16 are categorized as rural school districts, which is the largest percentage of rural school districts in Texas. And nationally, Texas has more schools in rural areas than any other state. State and national analysis demonstrates very clearly the need for effective preparation of rural school leaders and the lack of existing training. The proposed interdisciplinary curriculum addresses the unique challenges and opportunities within the rural education context, including the reality of our rapidly changing and significantly changing demographics. The proposed curriculum includes courses in sociology of rural communities, emergency management and response in rural settings, curriculum and instruction including programming for English language learners and children in poverty, and action research is embedded throughout the curriculum. The proposed 60 semester credit hour program is a cohort model, as you have described, which will support the competitive admission of 15 candidates each year. Courses will be delivered primarily through distance technologies. Currently, West Texas A&M University effectively delivers 7 fully online Masters of Education degree programs. And I think it's important to note that 91% of the graduates of these Masters of Education programs have been Texas residents over the last 10-year period, and 65% have been residents of Region 16, the Texas Panhandle. West Texas A&M has a tradition of excellence in distance education. Its learning management system promotes uniformity, navigation, accessibility, and effective synchronous and asynchronous collaboration. And as Ms. Hassel will further describe, it assures security through dual authentication and secure test proctoring. Online delivery is supported through program-dedicated technology specialists, state-of-the-art production facilities, and training and technical support for students and faculty. It is very important to note that 100% of the doctoral core faculty in the proposed program teach or have taught graduate courses effectively through distance education. 100% of the doctoral support faculty have taught effectively through distance education. And as it relates to quality, which is of course a concern for everyone, all courses in the proposed program will be reviewed prior to delivery by the doctoral program director in collaboration with the doctoral faculty and instructional designers to ensure course quality. Subsequently, courses will be continuously reviewed by faculty and candidates to ensure quality and mastery of learning outcomes and program goals. With that introduction, Ms. Hossel, if you'd like to speak more specifically to the authentication question.
Yes, currently we use Duo, a two-factor authentication process for our faculty, but we have set a date to bring our students into the system also, and we will be implementing Duo for our students starting September 1st of this year. Additionally, we have a contract agreement with Examity for full access to test proctoring, including live proctoring services to monitor students while they are taking exams.
Dr. Mock, are there other questions that we had for West Texas A&M University from the committee itself?
No, Dr. Duran, I think that was it. And just to clarify, from a student standpoint, if I understood correctly, in addition to the vendor relationship you have for the proctored exams, in your student learning management system effective September 1. Am I correct in understanding that you'll now have dual authentication for the students that exists right now for the faculty? Is that correct?
That is correct. We will be turning that on for all students for our single sign-on, which is what allows them access to our learning management system.
Thank you. I want to just see if any of the other subcommittee members had any other questions. I think that was the core one that came from our virtual discussion online. Hearing none, Dr. Duran, our subcommittee puts forward a recommendation of approval given the clarifications that the university has provided at this committee meeting.
Thank you, Dr. Muck. Before we entertain a motion, does anyone else from the LTAC as a whole have any questions for the group? Hearing none, at this time, we do have a recommendation for approval from the Subcommittee for Doctoral Program Review. Is there anyone that would like to make a formal motion for approval? And please state your name when you do so we can have that on record.
This is Dina Coots. I'd like to make a formal recommendation that we accept this doctoral program from West Texas A&M University.
Is there a second?
This is Mark Garcia. I second the motion.
Okay. It has been moved and seconded to approve WTAMU's program, EDD program. Is there any discussion at this time? At this time, we would like to call for a vote. All in favor of approving the EDD and Educational Leadership Program at West Texas A&M University, please signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? At this time, due to majority approval, congratulations, West Texas A&M University. Your doctoral program, EDD and Educational Leadership, has now been approved.
Thank you very much. We appreciate the opportunity. May I ask, shall we be excused or should we stay on the line?
Before you go, just wanted to just give clarification. You're giving an approval. You've earned an approval of recommendation to the board.
Yes, I understand that.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. And no, you are not required to stay for the rest of the.
We are happy. We at least some of us are happy to stay if you think it's appropriate. Otherwise, we will exit.
Yes, it's fine for you to exit. Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you again for your consideration and your professionalism and for your continued work with us in this formative process. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, continuing on with our agenda at this time, we would like to once again hear from Dr. Mock on the University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston's proposed distance education delivery of a Doctor of Health Informatics and Health Informatics program at the university. Dr. Mock?
Thank you, Dr. Duran. The proposal that you have before you is a proposal for a new professional doctorate in health informatics, a DRHI, offered by UT Health Houston's School of I think it's medical bioinformatics, if I'm remembering this correctly. This program will be offered as a hybrid format, both online and face-to-face. With the beginning of each semester of enrollment, students will convene for 3 days and then continue with their lectures, online discussions, and other projects in an online format. The committee had a favorable recommendation in reviewing the proposal and had no additional comments, but I would like to offer an opportunity for Dr. Fenton to present whatever information she might feel would be pertinent for our consideration of this proposal.
Thank you, Dr. Mock, and thank you, committee. We appreciate this opportunity to be here today. We're very excited about this proposed professional doctorate in health informatics. Our school has been providing online education for approximately a decade, so we have extensive experience with it. This professional doctorate would be the first of its kind anywhere in the United States or the world, so it is unique, but it is designed to cater to executives. So that hybrid is, yes, we would bring them together. We'd admit them as cohorts. We would bring them together once or twice per semester for long weekends, face-to-face, and then a lot of the didactic would take place online. We just remain very excited about it and look forward to hopefully your favorable decision today. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fenton. Dr. Mock, any other comments on the proposal or from the subcommittee at this time?
No, the committee, the subcommittee, Dr. Duran, had a favorable review of this and recommends that that the proposal move forward through the approval process.
Okay. Any other questions from LTAC as a whole? Okay. Hearing none. At this time, we will entertain a motion for approval for the recommendation of this program. If anyone would so like to move, please make sure that you state your name so that we can document that.
Lydia Chenna, I move that this be accepted.
Okay.
A second, Pam Morgan.
So it has been moved and seconded. At this time, any comments on the proposal that is present on the floor?
I'm sorry, could you say who was the person who made the motion?
Lydia made the motion and Pam seconded.
Thank you.
Call again for comments or discussion. Not hearing any, we will call for a vote for the approval for the recommendation. A recommendation for approval for the program of a Doctor of Health Informatics at the University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston. All in favor, please signify by aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
All opposed with nay? Recommendation for approval passes unanimously. Congratulations, UT Health Science Center at Houston.
Thank you so much. We're very pleased. We look forward to the next steps in the process.
And thank you for taking time out of your day to talk to us today. We appreciate that.
Okay, and just like West Texas, we'll drop off, but if there's anything else we can do for you, please don't feel free to reach out to us.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Moving along to the discussion for Sam Houston State University's proposed distance education delivery of a Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine. Pam, if you want to go ahead and talk to us a little bit, sorry, Dr. Mock, if you want to talk to us a little bit about that.
Thank you, Dr. Duran. Before you is a proposal from Sam Houston State University for their proposed Doctor of Osteopathic Medicine. This particular proposal focuses on the third and the fourth year of the curriculum, and thus overall the delivery of the program will be less than 50% at a distance education format. The design for the third and the fourth year are to accommodate those students who will be doing rural and other rotations for their clerkships in their third and fourth year away from the vicinity of the main campus of the university. The subcommittee had a favorable review and no substantive questions, but Dr. Duran, I would invite President Hoyt or any of her colleagues to provide any comments to us at this time. Thank you.
I just want.
I'm going to defer and let the dean make some comments about the third and fourth year on that you're looking at, but thank you very much.
Thank you. This is Dr. Charles Henley, the Dean of the proposed College of Osteopathic Medicine. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about our school. It is a traditional four-year curriculum with the first 2 years spent on the campus in Conroe, Texas, and we do have clinical partners at various other clinical training sites, hospitals, and rural communities around eastern Texas. All of those experiences are under the auspices of our clinical faculty who have been vetted and trained by us, and the students are evaluated by them, and there'll be a traditional self-exam from the Comprehensive Osteopathic Medical Achievement Test, the COMAT, that's been developed by the National Board of Osteopathic Medical Examiners. They take that online, and they'll be proctored by our faculty. We don't have any plans for any other programs that will be delivered from our institution. Everything is planned to be face-to-face, both at the Conroe site and also in our clinical sites. So I don't know what else you might need to, information you might need to have about our third and fourth year, but in the third year, that is our core experience, and the rotations are well prescribed, such as internal medicine, surgery, pediatrics, et cetera. In the fourth year, there are several electives for students, and that's also the year that they'll take advantage of opportunities to interview for graduate medical education. And so we also plan to make sure that they're all well prepared for a GME, and we have a contract with a company that is helping us find opportunities for graduate medical education in order to meet the state statute, and we are well ahead of that process right now. So thank you for the opportunity to talk about our program.
This is Andrew Lofters. I just wanted to clarify, and just to get your input on this. This proposal is coming before the LTAC because it is planned or proposed to be offered from an off-site facility that will be in Conroe. Is this true? It's going to be for all 4 years those students will be based there?
Yes,
or
yes, that's correct.
Go ahead.
No, not all 4 years. I mean, the Conroe site is our four-year medical school, and everything, all of our administrative staff and our PhD faculty will be located in the Conroe. Also, most of our clinical faculty are there since we'll have a practice plan. But all of the rotations that we have in hospitals are also monitored and supervised by our clinical faculty. So we don't really do any distant learning.
Exactly. See, for purposes of LTAC and for purposes of distance education policy, off-campus instruction is also considered distance. So since you are proposing this, right? Since you're proposing this off the Sam Houston state, I'm sorry, off the Huntsville campus, that's why this we consider distance for our purposes.
Yes, sir. You're absolutely right, and we understand that.
Dr. Ma, questions from the committee before we open up for questions from the entire LTAC?
No, Dr. Duran, we had no other questions.
One quick question for you all. This sounds amazing. The support services, student support services on your Conroe campus, that's fully equipped as offering for your students there, computer lab access, physical, anything like that. That's already set in place, is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. I thought so, okay. Any other questions from the LTAC as a whole?
I'm sorry, this is Stacy Silverman. What is already in place in Conroe? Can you clarify that again?
Student services, financial aid, all of the, services that are normally applied to students in a medical school.
Will be at the Conroe location.
Yeah,
And that'll happen when the building is built?
Yes, ma'am. When we start having students.
Thank you.
Stacy, as a matter of fact, we just interviewed and hired the architect last week. The land donation, the form was, the contract was signed last week. So all those are at the next stage in moving forward for that construction at Conroe.
Thank you for that clarification.
And just, this is Andrew Lofters, once again, just for clarification for the committee, when will the proposed delivery of the instruction begin?
We're scheduled for August of 2020. We, after meeting with our architectural firm, we have advised them that we'll need to have a building available December 31, 2019 to meet our accreditation requirements, and they are certain that they can deliver that. But we will be selecting students throughout 2019 into 2020 with a start date of August 2020.
Thank you.
Any other comments from the committee? Hearing none, Dr. Mock, does your committee have a recommendation for the LTAC?
Dr. Duran, we submit to the full LTAC a favorable recommendation for this proposal.
Thank you. Having heard the recommendation from the subcommittee, at this time we will entertain a motion for approval for consideration of the next steps of the DO program. Entertaining a motion at this time from the floor.
Clark Garcia, I would like to make the motion that this be approved.
Janet Camps, second the motion.
It has been moved and seconded that the proposal be approved to proceed to the next steps. All in favor, please signify by an aye. Oh, I'm sorry, discussion first? Oh, we haven't heard any yet. Call for vote. At this time, everyone in favor, please signify by aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
All opposed, nay. Unanimously approved the recommendation to move forward with Sam Houston State University's DO in Osteopathic Medicine program. Congratulations to you and best of luck. This sounds exciting.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Before we move on to the rest of our agenda, I definitely wanted to say thank you on the record to the subcommittee for the work that you do in reviewing all of these programs. I know it takes countless of hours to go through the proposal, get your questions together, seek out the universities that are proposing these programs, really vet the program, the proposal itself. So for your work, you make our job a lot easier when we're getting to this level because you've already informed us of everything and really provided a well-researched package. So we sincerely appreciate the work, Dr. Mock, that your subcommittee does, all of you on the team, and even in the past years as well. Several of you have chaired that group. So congratulations to you for a job very well done.
Thank you.
We will now have a discussion of our next meeting date, which I do believe, Dr. Loftus, correct me if I'm wrong, is set for June the 1st.
That is correct. That's what I wanted to make sure that we understood, that we still have a face-to-face meeting scheduled for June 1st, normal time, 10 to 2:30.
So I think, Dr. Loftus, you're fading off, but what I do believe you mentioned was June the 1st, we're scheduled to meet again. We'll send the agenda and information on that over to the group as a whole. Christina will actually be sending that out to our list. But I do believe that is all the business that we have at this time scheduled. Again, I cannot thank you enough for taking time at somewhat of a short notice to get on the call. We sincerely appreciate it. And so as to not take up more of your time, we will entertain a motion to adjourn.
Janet Kemp, I
move to adjourn?
Yes, sorry.
No problem. A second?
Lydia Chenna, I second.
Okay. Moved and seconded. All in favor of adjourning at this time?
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Dr. Dodon.
No problem. I'm not hearing any nays. In fact, I'm hearing a lot of excitement on the aye. So thank you all so much. Motion passes to adjourn the meeting. We will see everybody on June the 1st.
And thank you, representatives for the institutions. I appreciate your participation.
Thank you, Dr. Loftus.